Sure. Uh, and you have all the time in the world and you don't have all the time in the world? Oh, yeah. I talk to my mom probably 6 times a day, maybe more. And I'm excited to have her to talk to 6 times a day. And she's talked to her mom a lot.
Oh, my mother's mom passed when she was in her 20s. She was young.
Oh, wow.
She didn't have a mom.
Oh,
And her dad remarried some woman who she did not like.
don't tell me, was it sort of was it a Cinderella story or?
Oh, no, she was already grown, but she never cared for her.
Oh. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 8866 State versus Robert Castillo. Can I have parties announced?
Brandon Prater and Megan Galloway for the state. David McLean and Brittany Sparks for the defense.
All right, are both parties ready to proceed?
State's ready, Judge.
All right, and
Let me
has,
just, Mr. Bunk was,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, we need Mr. Monk.
Okay, all right, we'll wait. Cindy, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so it's the court's understanding that the witness that the state is intending to call, Mr. Lurma, is being represented by counsel. The attorney who's being appointed to represent him is Attorney Charles Bach. The court is proposing the following instruction to the jury before the witness begins his testimony. A witness has the right to be represented by counsel. You may not consider the presence of an attorney for any witness as evidence of guilt, liability, credibility, or wrongdoing. You must not draw any inference for or against any party from the fact that a witness consulted with or was accompanied by counsel. Any objection to the court giving that instruction?
No
State,
objection from the state.
defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, everyone, please be seated. And state, if you'll just recall your witness.
Yes, Judge, the state calls Antonio Lurma.
All right, so to the witness, you've previously been sworn, so you're still under oath?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, to Mr. Lerma's right is his attorney. And I'm going to give you some instructions in regards to that, so please hear me clearly. A witness has the right to be represented by counsel. You may not consider the presence of an attorney for any witness as evidence of guilt, liability, credibility, or wrongdoing. You must not draw any inference for or against any party from the fact that a witness consulted with or was accompanied by counsel. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Was a witness sworn, Judge?
Yes.
Mr. Lerma, how old are you currently?
I am 27 years.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to speak up a little bit just because I'm a little hard of hearing and I want to make sure that the jury hears you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you said you're 27 years old, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that is
Oh.
correct.
Do you currently live in Bear County, Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived in Bear County, Texas?
I'm not too sure, but it's been a couple of years.
Did you grow up in Bear County, Texas?
I moved to Bear County when I was 6 years old, from Laredo, and then after I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, it's 11 or 12. We ended up moving back there for a year to Laredo, and then came back to Bear County.
Okay. And ever since then, have you lived here in Bear County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you attend school here in Bear County?
Yes, ma'am.
What high school did you attend?
I attend Harlandale.
Okay. And are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What field of work are you in?
I do dispatching and maintenance for a trucking company.
Okay. Now you're here today because you were involved in a motor vehicle crash, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
Okay. Now regarding the crash that we're here for today, ultimately, were you charged for being the passenger in that vehicle?
Meaning like the misdemeanor?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so is it your understanding that you were charged with a misdemeanor offense for failing to report the crash?
Yes.
Okay, and ultimately, regarding that, did you have an attorney at the time that obtained a dismissal for you in exchange for truthful testimony in this trial?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
So I guess at the time that you were dealing with the misdemeanor for being
Yes.
the passenger, did you hire an attorney at that time?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what happened with that misdemeanor?
It got dismissed.
Okay, and was that case dismissed in agreement for you to be here today and tell the truth to the jury?
Sorry, well, like,
Did you have an agreement to provide testimony in this case and tell the truth to the jury?
not that I'm aware of, no. Or,
Did your attorney broker like speak with
Oh,
a
yeah.
state's attorney?
yes.
Okay, and you agreed to be here today and tell the truth about what happened, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you, do you know an individual by the name of Robert Castillo?
Yes,
And how do you know him?
ma'am. I've known him from working on Take 5. He was my boss.
Okay. And when you say Take 5, what kind of business is that?
That is a oil change company.
Okay. And is that located in San Antonio, Texas, Bear County?
The location that he was my boss in, yes.
Okay. And I guess, can you kind of describe to the jury the relationship that you had with him? Was it purely a work relationship or did you all become friends?
We ended up becoming friends. Right after he was my store manager, and then from there he ended up becoming my district manager, and we stayed, as coworkers and friends.
Okay. And would you hang out with him outside of work?
Sometimes.
All
Yes,
right. Now, on March 24th, going into the morning of March 25th of 2023, were you hanging out with the defendant outside of work?
the night you said?
Yeah, the night of the crash.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can you explain to the jury who all you were hanging out with on that night?
Yes, so it was Robert, myself, and then one of my employees, which was, I believe his name was Aiden, and, Jared, and then, Aiden's girlfriend as well,
Okay. Do you know Jared's last name?
uh, Lopez.
Okay. And so where were you all hanging out on the night of the crash prior to the crash?
That night we were hanging out in, El Camino.
Okay. And what type of business is that?
It has a bunch of food trucks there and that, well, yeah, a bunch of food trucks in that little lot there.
Okay. Do they sell food there?
Yes, ma'am.
And do they also sell alcohol there?
Yes, ma'am.
And the party that you all were with, were you all consuming alcoholic beverages?
As far that I'm aware of, yes.
What type of alcoholic beverages were you all consuming?
It was screwdrivers.
Okay, do you know what is inside of a screwdriver?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
That is vodka and orange juice.
Okay. And so after El Camino, where all did you go?
So after El Camino, we were walking to Robert's apartment, but from there, right after El Camino, we ended up stopping like not even 5 minutes at this little spot that we had to cross. And they were there joking around, dancing. But I said like not even 5 minutes, and then from there we ended up walking to Robert's apartments.
And to the best of your knowledge, where was Robert's apartment located?
Near the Pearl.
Okay. And once you all arrived at Robert's apartment, who all was there? Was it the same people that were there at El Camino as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what did you all do at Robert's apartment?
So at Robert's apartment, we were just all talking. I know at his apartment they had one more beer, as far as that I'm aware of, and we were just there talking. Then everybody left, and then from there, me and Robert stayed. Well, I was supposed to spend the night at Robert's house. Me and Rob stayed talking, and then took a shower after. I took a shower after that. And then that's when we stayed talking about picking up his I'm guessing his baby mama's keys.
Okay. So you stated that you were supposed to stay the night there at that apartment complex with
Yes.
Robert, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so while you all were there at the apartment complex prior to departing from the apartment complex, did you observe Robert trying to make a phone call to someone?
Mm,
Or was he trying to get in contact with someone?
I believe it was his baby mama, but she, as far as that I'm aware of, I believe she did not answer.
Okay. And so at some point on that night, did you all depart from the apartment complex?
Yes.
Okay. And what type of motor vehicle did Robert have?
Tesla Model 3, I believe.
And what color was that?
White.
Okay. And so when you all decided to leave the location, what motor vehicle did you and Robert get into?
Tesla Model 3.
And what color was that?
White.
And just really quick, do you see Robert here in the courtroom today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please point to him and identify him by an article of clothing that he's wearing?
What was that, I'm sorry?
Can you point to him and identify him by like a article of clothing that he's wearing?
Yes. Blue, I believe it's a blue suit.
Now, when you all get to the motor vehicle, who enters into the driver's seat of that white Tesla?
Robert,
And what seat did you enter?
the passenger seat.
And was there anyone else in that motor vehicle?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And where did you all go to from the apartment complex?
So from the apartment complex, we were supposed to be going to his baby mama's house to pick up her vehicle.
Do you know where she lived or no?
No, ma'am.
All right. And so the defendant, or Robert, the defendant, got into the driver's side of the motor vehicle after consuming alcoholic beverages. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so when you all leave from the apartment complex, do you remember what path of travel you took?
No, I don't remember the streets, but I know it was on highway 35.
Okay. And do you recall what direction of travel it was on 35? Like, was it headed north or to a
It
different?
was, south.
Okay. Kind of towards like Laredo, is that fair to
Yes,
say?
that is correct.
And, do you remember if you all took an exit to get off of the highway at some point?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember what exit that was?
It was Alamo.
Okay. And is that located here in San Antonio, Texas, Bear County?
Yes.
All right. Now, once you all arrive at that intersection at Alamo, do you recall what happened at that intersection?
Yes.
What happened?
Are you talking about the exit, right?
Yes.
Okay. So from there, there was a vehicle in front of us. Vehicle had passed the red light. From there, Robert had followed him. And then that's when we met up in the other intersection at the light.
Okay. So when you all exited off of the highway, there was a light at the intersection of Alamo, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so that light was red?
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, were there camera footages on the Tesla that recorded what we're referring to today?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Lerma, so I'm going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit number 48. Do you recognize this disc?
Yes.
Have you previously viewed the contents of this disc?
Yes.
Okay, and does this contain fair and accurate camera footage from the Tesla on the night of the crash?
Yes.
Okay, and you've reviewed it, it's not been changed in any way, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Judge, at this time, the state is tendering State's Exhibit 48 to the defense and offering the same.
Judge, I am gonna need to view this, I think.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all will step outside and I'll bring you back in, please remember my previous instructions.
All right, the jury.
I mean, he's gonna testify and they'll be able to cross-examine him on that, but I believe the witness, it goes to the weight, not the admissibility.
All right. So, if somebody can play the video for me and have me view that, I can step down and view it. How long is the
You just
video?
want us to put it up on?
Yes.
here for you? Okay.
All right, everyone, please be seated. And state it's your witness. I believe you are offering into evidence states exhibit number 48.
Yes, Judge.
All right, that objection will be overruled. States exhibit numbers 48 will be admitted.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Granted.
Okay, Mr. Lerma, I'm gonna show you those videos that we previously talked about in State's Exhibit number 48. I'm gonna ask you to look at the screen to your right, and if you can't see clear enough on that screen, please feel free to turn around and look at the big screen, okay?
And Your Honor, just for the record, if they're gonna introduce one of these clips, if we could get them to designate the number of that video as well as the side of the repeater that it's indicating.
All right, state, are you able to do that?
Sure, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so the video that we're currently viewing is the, what's it, the front repeater or front camera. And who is that that's in the frame?
That is me.
Okay, and what color shirt are you wearing?
Black,
Okay, and what kind of shorts are you wearing?
cow print shorts.
What kind?
Cow print,
And so where were you walking at this time?
passenger side. Up there.
All right, and the next video that I'm publishing is off of State's Exhibit number 48 is 1-16-09 left repeater. And who is that?
That is Robert.
Do you know what kind of shoes he was wearing on that day?
White Crocs.
And what side of the motor vehicle did he enter into?
Driver's side.
All right. All right, the next video is 1-16-09 right repeater. And so where is the car located in these videos?
And the parking garage of his apartment.
Okay. And so from the parking garage, is that where you all took off to go to the mother of his children's house?
Yes.
All right. Now in this video that's being published, who is that entering the passenger side?
That is me.
Okay. And the next video is 1-16-49 back. And is that the apartment building that we see in the background, is that the apartment where Robert's apartment was located and you were staying that night?
Yes.
And next video is 1-16-49 front. And so in this view, if you kept traveling straight, would that take you into the Pearl District of San Antonio? you-
Yes.
And the apartment complex that we're seeing on the left, was that Robert's apartment complex?
Yes.
And this video is 1-16-49 left repeater. And this video is 1-17-50 front. And so on this video, do you know where you're headed? If you're headed to the highway, or where are you going?
This is going towards the
This next video is 1-18-51 front. And is this showing the motor vehicle continue toward the highway?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this where the vehicle is getting onto 35Fs you previously testified to?
Yes.
And this is 1-19-53 front. And is this that exit for South Alamo?
Yes,
All right. And what color is the traffic light at this intersection?
red.
And this is 1-20-53 front. Is that traffic light still red?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what did that vehicle in front of the white Tesla do?
Past the red light,
And what did the white Tesla do in response?
past the red light.
All right, and so on the video that we just saw, we see that other vehicle. How would you describe that other vehicle? Was it an SUV or a small car?
An SUV.
Okay, so we see the SUV start to apply its brake lights. Is that fair to say?
Yes,
Okay, and so after Robert runs the red light, what occurred between Robert and that other SUV?
after the red light, Robert, the other gentleman had rolled down the window, and Robert was telling the guy like, "Hey, buddy, you just ran the red light." So from there, the other guy took it serious and was like, "Well, I mean, what are you gonna do about it?" And they started exchanging words.
Okay, when they were exchanging words, were they arguing? Was it friendly? What was the demeanor of that?
It Robert said it jokingly, he was joking around, but of course, not everybody plays around the same. So the other guy took it serious, and it turned into a serious altercation.
Okay, and so after the other driver took it serious, did that make Robert upset?
Um, I'm, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. His voice stayed the same
Okay,
from when he had first uh, told him something about the red light.
all right. Did Robert have something in his lap that he showed the other motor vehicle?
Robert had his pistol on his lap.
Okay. And I guess what did the other motor vehicle do when they saw that the defendant had the pistol in his lap?
Um,
All right, I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
What did the other motor vehicle and driver do when he observed Robert had the pistol in his lap?
All right, the objection will be overruled.
So once the other driver saw the firearm, he just kind of moved back, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Now, did Robert ever fire that pistol at all?
No, no,
Okay, so, and where was that pistol located on the defendant?
it was on his lap.
Okay. And so after that SUV moved back, then what occurred?
So once the gentleman had kind of moved back, they were still exchanging words. And of course, I was telling Robert, "Let's just go, let's leave it alone. Let's just go." And then from there, then he ended up driving off.
Okay. Now, during this dispute, which you've described as a serious verbal altercation, did Robert stay in the vehicle? Did he open the door? Did he get out of the vehicle?
Robert opened the door of the truck. I mean, of the Tesla. That's why I'm guessing that's why the other drivers saw the firearm.
Okay. Now I'm going to publish some of these videos. And so this is, for the record, 1-20-53 left repeater. And this is 1-20-53 right repeater. And so does that kind of capture some of that exchanging of words that you previously testified to?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, and this is 1-21-54 left repeater. And so what is shown here?
That is the driver's side door opening.
Okay. So I guess after the exchanging of words, did Robert take off or did he stay there exchanging words?
Uh, they they stayed there for a bit, exchanging the words, and then after a while, he ended up taking
Okay.
And
And
they ended up taking him off after a while.
so when he took off, can you kind of describe the speed at which he took off? Was it slow or fast?
It was pretty fast.
Okay. And so when the defendant takes off driving the motor vehicle, did you hear something that caused you concern?
I heard gunshots.
Okay.
is it possible for him to move the microphone up?
No, not that one. The one that's in.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, or if you could
Yes.
speak a little bit
Yeah,
louder.
of course. Yes, ma'am.
Also, if you could just keep your voice up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so you stated that you heard gunshots, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's
All
correct.
right. And so at any point prior to you hearing that, did you see the driver of that other motor vehicle display any type of weapon toward you or the defendant?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And at this time, did you have a gun or firearm?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so I guess I'm gonna. Well, so then when you all take off, then what happened after you take off from the exchanging of words?
So after we took, took off, we heard gunshots. I had dug down. And then from there, felt a bump. And then when I opened my eyes, we're hitting a wall.
Okay. And this is 1-21-54 front. And so what color is the light here at this intersection?
It is red.
And what color did the light change to?
Green.
And this is 1-21-54. And so at this time that's being displayed during the verbal altercation, at any time, did you see anyone other than the defendant with a firearm?
No.
And this is 1-21-54 left repeater. And so I guess in this, you stated that you heard bullets, but you were unsure whether the car was ever struck or not. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, one more time.
You testified that you heard bullets, but you did not know whether the car was actually hit by bullets or not. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And so after the crash, did you and the defendant stay in the motor vehicle or did you exit the motor vehicle?
We exit the motor vehicle.
Okay. After you exited the motor vehicle, what happened?
We ended up, going, I'm not too sure where it was at, but I know we took off from there. Robert had stopped, and then I caught up to Robert, and then I had told him that he needed to call 911, and I was trying to call one of my family members to try to get away from the situation.
So I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
So you exit out of that passenger side of the motor vehicle, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
And then Robert exits from the driver's side of that motor vehicle, is that correct?
That is correct.
did either you or the defendant get out and make an inspection of what exactly you hit?
No,
Okay, and so you did not determine, and the defendant did not determine whether a human was involved in this crash, is that correct?
that is correct.
Okay, even though we see on the state's exhibit that you're quite literally pushing and nudging the door into the body of the victim, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and so what did you think was prohibiting you from opening that door?
I thought it was from the crash. I thought the door was damaged.
Okay, and so you did not make an inspection and the defendant did not as well, is that correct?
We did not.
And so where did you go after you exited the passenger side?
I went towards the driver's side.
Okay, and then at this time, did you communicate with the defendant?
Once I had caught up to him, I did talk to him.
Okay, and what did he tell you?
Well, he was saying, "I'm sorry, and we gotta go."
Okay. And did you all leave from that location? Where did you go?
So we did leave the crash site. We went towards the road that's on the driver's side. I'm not too sure exactly where we stopped at.
Okay. And at some point, was there a discussion about whether 911 should be called?
Yes.
And can you explain how that conversation went to the jury?
Yeah. So once we exit out the vehicle, and we took off from the crash site, all I hear is Lurm. As usually what everybody would call me at take 5 was Lurm, saying we gotta go, we gotta go. So then from there, once I had cut up to him, I had told him that he should call 911. And then I was trying to call a family member.
Okay. And so at this time, did you have your cell phone on you?
Yes,
And were you trying to make a phone call?
yes.
And what happened when you were trying to make this phone call?
Robert had came to me and he said, we gotta go. And I was like, bro, you gotta call 911, let them know what just happened. Now they're shooting at us. And then from there, I had shoved him and then I had took off from there.
Okay. Was he trying to take your phone from you or what was going on?
Yes.
And so did you all ever return to the crash scene and make contact with police that night?
No.
Okay. So after that dispute regarding the phone and calling 911, did you leave that secondary location with the defendant or did you go your separate ways?
After I talked to him, you said?
After you all get in the argument about the cell phone?
Oh, I had separated myself.
Okay. And then do you know where he went after that?
No.
At some point after the crash, did you yourself call 911?
Yes, the early that morning.
Okay. And what happened when you called 911?
Once I had found out what had happened, I had called 911 and then I got brought down to, I believe it was this building.
Oh, was it, because this is the courthouse, were you brought to the courthouse or to the police department
the-
headquarters?
It's the next building that's over the next tower.
Okay. And so when you were taken to that building, did you speak with a detective regarding what occurred?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you speak with him voluntarily?
Yes,
And when you spoke with that detective, or I guess before you spoke with that detective, had the defendant or members of his family tried to reach out to you?
ma'am. Before I spoke to the detective, nobody had called me. I know I had received some calls when I was talking to the detective,
And who were those calls from?
Robert.
Okay. Had he texted you prior to you meeting with the detective?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he text you?
He's saying,
It's hearsay.
This defendant's own statement against interest, Judge.
The objection will be overruled.
he has said, all good, keys are on the porch.
And referring to those keys, whose keys were those?
They were mine.
Okay, and where did you leave those keys?
I had left it in his apartment.
Okay. And when you spoke with the detective, had you been charged with any offense at that time?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and so when you spoke with him, did you know that there was a risk that you could get in trouble or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay, but you still spoke to him and told him basically what you've told this jury today, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay. And just really quick. So kind of just going back to earlier in the day when you stated that you all were at El Camino, can you take a look at State's Exhibit number 49 and 50, review them, tell me if you recognize what this is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are these a fair and accurate depiction of receipts from El Camino that night on March 24th of 2023?
Yes,
And is that your name on these two tabs?
yes.
And the state is tendering State's Exhibits number 49 and 50 to the defense and offering the same.
All right, State's Exhibits 49 and 50 are admitted without objection.
Permission to publish, Judge.
Granted.
Okay. And so if we're looking at State's Exhibit, starting with State's Exhibit number 49, is this right here your name contained on this receipt?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you just kind of describe the alcoholic beverages that were purchased in this tab?
That is one Tostitos and one Patron. So,
Okay. So one Tito's and orange, is that synonymous with a screwdriver?
what was that, sir?
The one Tito's vodka and orange juice, is that synonymous with a screwdriver?
It's my understanding, yes.
And then in State's Exhibit number 50, can you state what was purchased in this tab?
Or Patron Silver.
Okay. And so I guess when you all were at El Camino, because that was 4 Patron Silver, did you consume those yourself, or was everyone buying drinks for everyone? How was that occurring at El Camino?
Everybody was just, they were buying drinks for everyone.
Okay. At this time, Your Honor, Judge, at this time, we pass the witness.
All right, defense, are you ready to proceed?
Okay, Mr. Member, there's a lot to unpack here, so I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said. No, the one on the table. Thank you. You said you were employed by Take Five.
Yes, ma'am.
What years were you employed at Take Five?
I don't remember. I know I've been there since I was 18. And I recently just quit when I was, I believe I was 26.
And when did you quit Take Five?
I had quit Take Five, I would say a little bit over a year ago.
And where are you working at?
I am working with AJ Express Inc.
And during your time, almost 10 years at Take Five, how many of those years did you work with Robert?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
You know when you first met Robert?
The first time I had seen him, but not really talked to him, was an event that they had. We had to go to a O'Reilly's, and we had went to the back, and they were doing like this demonstration of like what can we get from there, what can we order. That was the very first time I had seen.
And was that 5 years into it? Was it?
Um, I believe that was like 2 years, 3 years of me working into Take Five.
So is it fair to say at the time that you met Robert, the time you quit, you had known him for approximately 6 years?
Somewhere later, Smith.
Okay. When did you guys start to become friends?
We became friends a little bit after he became my store manager.
And what was your friendship like?
Yeah, so we would well sometimes hang out at work, of course, and then whenever we had like work events where they would let us do like a barbecue there at the shops, after they closed, we would just hang out there.
Was that often?
Um, it was sometimes, it wasn't always a like a every week thing or every single 2 weeks. It wasn't like that. It was just here and there.
But it was frequently enough for you to call him a good friend.
Yes,
Did you guys communicate outside of work,
yes,
text messages and phone calls?
yes.
Any other forms of or platforms of communication that you use, social media? Or anything?
Just Instagram.
And since you were friends with him, did you know his relationship status or his family status?
Um, yes and no. I would hear him, what he would say, like, "Oh, together, we're not together," but little things like that. I wouldn't always keep tabs on.
And earlier you stated you referred to his, he's called the date mama. Do you know her name?
I do not.
Okay, so the mother of his children, you never knew her name. Your
Um,
friendship?
I I've heard it before. Yeah, I just don't remember.
So you guys become friends at some point, start hanging out, and then going back to March of 2023, what is the reason for you guys going out that night?
So the reason why we had went out that night was they were remodeling the shop. They were redoing the floors and the shops of San Antonio. And the guy that had wanted to do the floors, to redo the floors, he was saying things about my shop that, hey, this is one of the cleanest shop in Texas. Um, you know, he was just like, man, he was like, I haven't seen a shop. He's like, I've been to multiple shops. He was like, and I've never seen one like this. He was like really clean, very professional. So it was just kind of like a thank you for keeping up to those brand standards that Take Five had.
Okay, when you refer to the shop, you're talking about the Take Five shop?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and who decided to go out and essentially celebrate your accomplishments?
That was Robert.
Okay, so Robert's taking you guys out, congratulating you on a job of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the plan for that?
So the plan was just to go to El Camino, and then that was pretty much it. That was just the whole plan.
Where did you guys meet?
We had met in his apartment.
Right, everybody?
Yes, everybody.
And how did you guys get to El Camino?
We went walking.
About what time was this at?
Leaving his
What
apartment?
time did you guys plan to meet at Robert's?
Um, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I just kind of like popped up in there. I had told him like, hey, this is, I'm here.
Under states, was it 49 and 50 that they just submitted? The timestamp for the first receipt is 9:09 p.m. Had you guys been at El Camino for a while, or had you just gotten there?
I believe we had, I believe we had just got there like a few minutes before.
So you think you guys met at Robert's apartment a little bit later in the evening?
Yes, I know I was there a little bit before. I think like an hour or so before we went to El Camino.
Were you guys drinking at his apartment prior to that?
Not that I recall.
And once you get to El Camino, I think you said there were food trucks there, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you guys all grab dinner at different food trucks or what happens?
Yeah, so they because every single food truck sells different things, so not everybody wanted the same thing, so everybody was just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this.
And did you eat dinner as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And did everybody kind of go their own ways, buy their own dinner?
Uh, no, ma'am, I don't believe so.
So everybody's kind of paying for people's dinner?
I believe Robert had paid for dinner.
Okay, Robert paid for dinner, so
I
he
believe
used his card that
Yes.
or cash.
Yes.
And after you guys finished dinner, is that when you guys purchased the drinks?
No, it was I think it was during whenever we had ordered like right after or somewhere around there.
And the receipts show, as Ms. Galloway just showed the jury, there's one screwdriver and there's one Patron on your first receipt at 9:09 p.m. And you said you bought those for other people?
Yes,
Okay. Who did you buy those for?
I don't remember.
Okay, so you don't know if it was Jared or Aiden or,
Yes, I do not remember.
and then at 9:55, you go back and you buy 4 more Patrons.
Yes,
And did you consume that?
no,
So you didn't drink it all?
not all by myself. No.
No, well, that wasn't my question.
Oh, okay.
Who did you buy these 4 Patrons for?
It was the people that were with the group.
Okay, did you consume any of the alcohol on these receipts that evening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how many drinks?
On that, I believe it was 2, if I'm not mistaken.
2 what?
It was sorry, on the receipts you said? So I know I had drank one of the screwdrivers and then the patrons, they were split.
And you didn't have any of those Patrons, the 4 Patrons?
Not that I recall.
And you just stated that you guys were kind of buying stuff for each other that night,
Yes.
correct? So did anyone buy you any other drinks during that evening?
I know that night I had 2 screwdrivers. So I know it was the one that I had bought on my tab and then somebody else had on that one. I don't recall who that was.
And just to confirm, you don't remember who consumed the 6 of these alcoholic beverages that are on your receipt?
It was the group that was there with us.
Well, I understand that,
Mhm.
but there's 5 people in your group.
Yes, ma'am.
So you don't remember if Jared had all 4 of them from, or you don't know specifically who consumed what,
That is correct.
but you do know that you did not consume them other than 2 screwdrivers.
Yes, ma'am.
After you guys finish at the food truck area in El Camino,
Yes, ma'am.
you stated that you walked somewhere and they were dancing.
Yeah, we had walked. I'm not too sure what that place is called. We had walked, and then there was like this statue or something that was there, kind of in the middle. And then Jared and Robert were like, "Hey, yeah," dancing around there, and then we left.
Where'd you leave to?
We went walking to Robert's apartment.
And did you guys just go to his apartment, or does his apartment have a pool? What did you guys do?
Yeah, so his apartment does have a pool. We did after we walked to his apartment, we did go into the swimming pool for a bit, and then from there we ended up going into his apartment.
And do you know approximately what time that was?
I do not, just because I didn't have my phone when we had went out.
Okay, you left it at Robert's apartment?
Yes.
When do the other people start to leave?
So we had when we went into his apartment, we stayed there talking for a little bit. And then everybody just starts leaving. I said I didn't know the time. I wasn't really keeping tabs on it. But yeah.
And that's okay. I'm just trying to figure out, from the time you guys left El Camino.
Yes, ma'am.
You stopped at a different spot, you guys are having a good time as a group, dancing. And then you go and you guys swim,
Yes, ma'am.
right? You swim for like an hour, 2 hours.
We were there for a while in the swimming pool area.
Okay, and then does everybody, the whole group, all 5 of you go back to Robert's apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys hang out?
Yes, ma'am.
And then people start to leave.
Yes.
How come you were staying the night?
Because my thing is, even if I have one beer, half a beer, or any alcohol, I don't like to drive at all.
Okay. And with Ms. Galloway, the prosecutor, you had stated that Robert had drank. And if your rule is you are not gonna drive if you drink, why did you get into the vehicle with Robert if you thought he was intoxicated?
I didn't think that he was, that it was like, how can I state this? That I would be in danger, you can say.
Why didn't, you just stated earlier that you thought he was intoxicated. So how would you not think that you'd be in danger?
So whenever we had went to El Camino to, that full swimming pool area, to me, it was just like, yes, I guess he's a little bit buzzed or so. But, after, staying there, swimming and, staying there, talking to everybody. And then, even after I showered, he didn't seem like he was intoxicated.
He was not intoxicated by the time you guys drove?
As far as my understanding, it's that I could see, to me, it didn't.
Like he could safely operate a vehicle?
Yes.
So let's go back. People start leaving. You're gonna stay tonight. Because you had too many drinks, correct?
Not too many, no.
Well, too many to operate a car safely. To go home.
I guess because of the limit. So.
And you're not in trouble for that.
No.
I'm just trying, there's a lot to unpack here. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to elaborate,
No,
right?
yes, no, of course.
Okay, so, and you said you showered at some point,
Yes.
and once you get out of the shower, what happens?
So from after the shower, Robert had asked me if I can go with him to pick up the keys of the keys of his baby mama's.
I'm just gonna let you know, her name is Ashley,
Okay.
which is a much
Okay.
more respectable name.
No, yes, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just that's what I know that would be like baby mama, so.
Okay, well, let's
Yeah.
talk about her name.
No, yes, ma'am. You said Ashley? Yes, ma'am.
So she calls him or he calls her?
I believe he called her.
Now, do you know why he had to go pick up the keys from Ashley?
As far as that I'm aware of, the vehicle wasn't working. So he was planning to go get the keys, and then since I was gonna spend the night, I was supposed to help him go pick it up in the morning and take it, I'm guessing, to go get fixed.
And you guys do that, you help each other out because you're friends.
Yes.
Once you leave the apartment on the videos, we see when when Robert is coming down the exit ramp and you guys are at the red light of South Alamo Street.
Yes, ma'am.
What happens at that point?
So from there, once the other driver passed the red light, all I hear Robert goes, "Oh," which is something that he does whenever he's playing around. He does these little shakes and a sound, like hey, so that's the sound that he had made.
And then he runs the red light as well.
And then he runs the red light as well, yes, ma'am.
What happens next?
So after he passed the red light, Robert, I guess, catches up to the other driver, and they start exchanging words after that. Well, pretty much.
I mean,
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, that's when Robert, when the other guy rolled down the window, Robert was like, "Hey, buddy, like, just past the red light."
okay, who started the conversation?
Robert did.
Robert did. Robert rolled his window down first.
Yes.
Um.
Hmm.
Video 121. I think it's 54, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is this one you want, Brittany?
Yes, usually the front first, I apologize.
On the front first, okay.
You want- Okay, so at this point, Mr. Lama,
Yes, ma'am.
you guys are just having a good time, enjoying the evening, going to get, right? You
Yes, ma'am.
guys aren't angry,
No,
you're not agitated.
no.
Now, do you see many people out on the road during this time, on the
Uh,
sidewalks or anything?
I've seen, I think from earlier, I think it was one person.
No, I mean in this.
Oh, like in this video?
Uh-huh.
No, ma'am.
Okay, and just a few seconds ago, we all saw the FJ changes lanes, correct?
Yes.
Was Robert doing anything to get his attention?
I believe he just rolled down the window and he was just trying to match his speed.
Okay. But he's not flashing his lights or anything.
Not that I'm
telling,
aware of.
we got a problem here.
No, ma'am, not that I'm aware of. No.
It's all just lighthearted,
Yes.
right? And then. Mr. Lima, when that video we just saw, who was braking first? Did you see it? Or no?
I did not.
We'll go back to the end of this. Are you guys talking to each other at this point? You and Robert?
I don't believe so.
What's happening right here?
They are matching each other's speeds.
Are they conversing at all?
I think they start once they fully, I think it's when they fully stop.
How do they know? Like, we're both gonna stop right here.
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
Is Robert yelling at him? Hey,
Uh,
stop.
No, no.
Mm-hmm.
Back to that biggest question, Mr. Lerman. I want you to look at who stops and slows down first. Do you see his brakes being applied?
Yes, ma'am.
He kind of swerved a little bit, right? It looked a little chaotic for a second there,
Yes.
okay? And something is happening because they're both slowing down. Something's being exchanged at this point. Is that fair to say? Whether it's hand signals or words, okay? Because you both stopped at the green light.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Ms. Galloway talked about the firearm. I want to go back to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Where was the firearm when you guys got into the vehicle?
When we got into the vehicle,
Yes.
in the very first place, I don't know.
Did he bring it from his apartment?
That I recall, no, but I'm not too sure.
Okay. At what point do you realize the firearm in the car?
I had realized it whenever I had turned around and I had seen Robert.
When was that?
That's whenever they were on the when they were exchanging words.
So you go this whole ride and you don't realize there's a firearm on his lap until this instance?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So you see the firearm when the car door opens and it lights up?
It was a little bit before it opens that I have seen it.
But I mean, you're sitting right next to him, correct?
Yes.
And you guys get in the car and you're in a well-lit parking garage.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see him put a gun on his lap?
No.
It just miraculously appears when he opens the door?
Yeah, so whenever I looked at him and I saw him, that's the only time I've seen the firearm.
You said, so he sees the gun, the driver of the FJ sees the gun. And what happens when he sees the gun?
So whenever the other guy, once they open the doors and the other guy sees the firearms, he kind of just moves back a little bit, and that was pretty.
How do you know that he saw the gun?
Well, I'm guessing it's just because it was, inside the car, it was well lit.
Because it was very obvious for anyone that was next to him to see it,
Yes, ma'am.
but only when the car door opened and the light came
That I'm aware of, yes.
on. But you don't know for sure that the other driver saw the gun.
No, ma'am, not for sure.
Does their conversation ever become heated?
After I'm guessing after a while, well, once he had told him like, hey, yeah, passed the red light, other dude just was like, well, what are you gonna do about it? Right off the bat, he didn't. It was just like, so what's the problem? Like nothing. It was just like, well, what are you gonna do about it? And then that's they started going back and forth.
What else is said? What they say, what are you gonna do about it? And then what?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Does Robert start talking back to him? Like
He is responding to the other driver aggressively, not that I know of. I said he kept his voice the same way as whenever he jokes around.
Did you guys know that you were, in any kind of harm's way at all at that point?
I don't know about Robert or anything, but myself was just like, stop, go your all's own way, and pretty much that's it. That's always been my thing. Is like if I could prevent from something happening, then I will.
Does the other driver open his door as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Who opens their door first?
I don't remember, to be honest.
You know why they open their door?
No.
Did Robert ever get out of the vehicle?
No, ma'am.
And then at some point, the tone changes, because you guys start taking off.
Yes.
What happened to shift the tone?
So you're talking about like whenever he took off, like what made him go off? Like
What made Robert speed off?
not too sure, to be honest with you. I just we were in the light and I was just telling him like, hey, just leave it alone, let's go, leave it alone. And then yeah, finally took off.
For no reason, just sped off.
From there, I know he had an inch forward, as what I've seen in the video. Not too sure exactly if he sped off right as we heard the gunshots or it was before.
And you didn't see a firearm at all from the other driver?
From the other driver, no, man.
The one. The one we were just on, the one after that.
54. Okay. The right repeater or left repeater?
Oh, right.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Lurma, so this is when the conversation is still continuing between Robert and the other driver, correct?
Yes.
Are you saying anything
I'm just saying, let's go.
to Robert, but you're not engaging with this other driver.
No,
And does the other driver ever get out?
no,
What's he doing with his door open?
I'm not too sure
Can you
what
pause
he
it
was
right
trying to
there?
do.
And is it okay if I come over there and use the mouse?
Of course.
Okay, Mr. Lerma, I might have to update and do this as well.
Oh, yeah.
Judge, is it okay if I approach
Yes.
the witness's screen? Okay, Mr. Lerma, I'm gonna point something out to you on this screen that I would like you to pay attention to.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's, sorry, I'm gonna have to invade this.
No, no, you're fine. I could scoot over.
That's right.
Okay.
You can just hit this button. Just hit this.
I'm gonna have you look right here in just a second, and for the jury, I want you to look right here when we play the next second.
I'm just gonna drag it through.
Do you see that, Mr. Lerma?
Yes, ma'am.
What does it appear that he's raising?
His arm.
His arm?
Yes, ma'am.
That doesn't look like a barrel of a weapon,
Not to me.
not to you,
No, ma'am. It looks like his elbow.
his elbow.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. David, can you play it one more time?
Mhm.
During this whole clip, Mr. Lerma,
Yes, ma'am.
just using context clues of watching it, do you see his elbow at all?
I just see like if he's.
Okay, so his motion of him leaning back, because he is leaning back in his seat.
Yes,
Do you think he's just leaning back and going like this?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, so it's not his elbow.
Oh, yeah, it is his elbow.
So it is his elbow or it's not his elbow?
It is his elbow. He is leaning back. To me, it looks like his elbow.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so you're saying to you, it looks like he's leaning back and lifting his arm up,
Yes, ma'am.
right? But shortly after this, you hear gunshots
Yes,
and you are terrified in that moment, correct?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But it's just his elbow,
I said I didn't see any firearm.
okay? I'm asking today, when you're rewatching it, because in the moment it's hard to remember everything, right? As you're watching this, your testimony is, that is his elbow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. He also does something, if you play it at normal speed, he kind of goes like this, his body jerks. Do you see it when we play it? We're gonna play it one more time.
If you can, please.
It's really hard to see, so you've got to be watching it.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see his body jerk there?
A little bit, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it reasonable to believe that could have been a gun?
I'm gonna object as to speculation. The witness has already testified as to what his perception was.
Sustained.
Okay, Mr. Lambert, now I'm gonna point out another part on that screen, okay? It's the same. Need you to do that too. I got it.
There you go.
Okay, Mr. Lima, I want you to pay attention. And again, it's a very small detail, but it's a very important detail.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to look between the mirror.
Okay.
And the pillar. I'm not a car girl.
No,
so I don't know,
you're
okay?
fine.
The jury is between the mirror and the pillar. Okay. All right, Mr. Lerma, are you ready? Because it happens really quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you happen to see anything in between those two?
Can you replay it, please?
I'll replay it. Let me see if I can help you a little bit, Mr. Lurma. All right, so just one second. I'll get you some. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everyone, we're gonna take a break. That's okay. Thank you for giving me the break sign. All right, so I'm gonna give you all a 10-minute break. Is that enough for everyone? Please remember my previous instructions. Everyone, please rise for the jurors.
All right.
All right, everyone, we're on recess. The rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anyone until this trial is concluded. All right, thank you.
Brittany, one of these doesn't have a sticker. It doesn't have a sticker.
But-
Do you-
My second church, the rebels.
You go in, you can go wait in the waiting area, whatever.
I don't know how much you want.
All right, everyone, please be seated. And defense, it's still your witness.
To admit, defense exhibits 1, 3, 5, and 6.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, defense exhibits 1, 3, 5, and 6 are admitted without objection. Granted.
Hey, Mr. Lurma, before we took the break, I was having you look at between, I think you called it a pillar, correct?
Yes.
And then, okay. On the screen in just a second, you're going to see what I was trying to get you to see there.
Shadow. Oh, it's probably good.
I think that shadow's coming from the lights over the jury.
Oh, see if I can get it in a place where you can see it better. Come on now. Focus. Your Honor, technology is great until it doesn't work.
There we go.
Better. Still poor.
You want me to try to turn the white light on?
Yes, please.
Okay, Mr. Lurma. In that picture, which I think is defense exhibit 1, is that correct? Steve? Is that- What do you see between the pillar and the mirror?
A light.
A light. And do you have any idea what that could be from?
It could be from anything.
Okay, have you ever heard of the term a muzzle flash?
Yes,
Okay, and do you know what that is?
yes.
What is it?
That is a light after a shot. Gunshot.
A gunshot, correct? Okay. In defense exhibit. I'm gonna have you look at defense exhibit 3 and 5 next. And this goes back to when you said it could be his elbow. I asked you, is it possible it's a gun? This is a still shot of that moment. Do you see that there, that black thing? Resting on the, I guess, the door window?
I see something there, yes.
Come on. Come on. Struggle is real, folks. I'm sorry.
Man,
Yeah, please.
it's the best you're gonna get.
Okay, that's really grainy, really zoomed in, blurry picture, but there is an item there, correct?
Judge, I'm gonna object that the witness has already stated what he viewed in this screenshot. So I would object to asking the answer.
Sustained.
We'll move on. Mr. Lamb, you stated you guys were being shot at.
The gunshots that I heard, yes.
You were gunshots. Okay. And is it in conjunction with what could be a muzzle flash? Would that confirm your story or your belief that you were being shot at?
Judge, I'm gonna object us to speculation.
Sustained.
Speculation.
Okay, Mr. Lemon.
Okay.
So when Robert is speeding off after this exchange, you hear gunshots.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you duck down?
So the reason why I had dug down was because a couple years back from this incident, my mother was shot and killed.
And but why were you ducking down? Because of the gunshot?
Yes, because of the shots.
So
Yes.
you were afraid for your life
Yes, ma'am.
because of the past experience?
Yes.
Um. Mr. Lama, if you were in Robert's seat that night and you had a passenger in your car and there was this altercation that occurred and you heard the gunshots, would you have done anything differently?
Judge, I'm gonna object as to improper and speculation. And it's invading the province of the jury and a legal conclusion as well.
Response?
The group is asking for his personal opinion based off of this incident.
All right, the objection will be sustained.
Okay. Mr. Lerma,
Yes, ma'am.
do you believe that Robert's actions were reasonable given the surrounding circumstances?
Judge, I'm gonna object as to calling for a legal conclusion. He's a lay witness and can't give an opinion as to that.
Sustained.
Okay, we'll move on. Are you ducked down the entire time that Robert is driving off?
Yes.
And at what time or at what point do you lift up your head?
A little bit after the bump.
Okay. And this whole time, are you being shot at or do you
Mm,
feel like you're being shot at?
No, I just heard the gunshots from the beginning whenever he had to go.
How many
After-
gunshots did you hear?
I don't know. I just heard a couple.
Okay. So you feel the bump, you lift up your head, what do you do next?
From there, I black out for a little bit, and that's when I try to exit out the vehicle.
You blacked out then.
A little bit, as like we hit the wall.
Okay. So I think like you lost consciousness for a second
Yeah, for a second, yes, ma'am.
and then that's when you exit the vehicle.
Yes.
When you're trying to exit the vehicle, is it easy for you to open the door?
No.
Why?
What I thought was because of the door was damaged because of the crash.
Okay. Which ended up being Mr. Moody's body.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Sure.
Okay.
We're wrapping up. Okay. I think it's about time.
But that's for you.
From right there?
Commissioner Lerner, this is a continuation after you hear the gunshots. At this point, you're ducked down.
Yes, ma'am.
So you black out for a second and then you get out of the vehicle.
Yes.
You don't look down and see what was blocking the door?
No, ma'am. I was dizzy. I headed after the impact.
You were dizzy when you got out of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you continue playing this, when it's full size and the border's not around there, you can actually see the top of your body. And on the video, it appears that you look down. Do you remember seeing the body that night?
No, ma'am.
But you just stated, right, you're scared.
Yes.
Were you scared for your life?
Yes, after the gunshots, yes, ma'am.
You saw Mr. Moody that night, didn't you?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Commissioner Lambert, you had to push his body to get out of the vehicle. On video, you look down at Mr. Moody. But it's fair to say, at the time, you didn't know the law, correct?
Yes. What do you mean? Like
You didn't know if you were in trouble or not,
oh, no, ma'am, no, I didn't think I did anything.
wrong?
Yeah.
After you'd seen the body.
No, I didn't see the body that night.
Is it possible, just based off of the video, that when you look down and it appears you see Mr. Moody, is it possible that's why you run off and don't call 911 immediately?
No, ma'am.
You stated earlier that you ended up calling 911 at some point.
In the early morning, yes, ma'am.
Okay, what time did you call 911?
I don't remember.
Did you call 911 or the non-emergency?
I believe it was not, man, I'm not too sure if it was 911 and then I asked for non-emergency or if it was 911 and then, yeah, I'm not too sure.
But this is in the morning, right? It's about 1:23 in the morning, correct?
I don't remember.
Based off the timestamp on the video.
Where's the timestamp? I'm sorry.
At the very, very top.
Oh.
It says one, well, I guess it says one, I can't see that. I
One,
apologize.
oh, 1:21:54.
1:21.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then you leave and you call 911 or the non-emergency. How many hours later?
I don't know. I just
Any
know
hours
it was, I know the sun was out.
Okay, so probably at least 7 hours. Bare minimum.
You could say.
After this happened and you black out, you get out of the vehicle, do you check on Robert at all?
After the vehicle, after we had to exit out the vehicle, I don't believe so. That's where he, when he had took off, he had stopped. I had just reached up to him,
He
catch up
took-
to him.
He took off before you?
That I recall, yes. A little bit, like a little bit after, I guess, after me. I'm sorry, before me.
A little before you?
Yeah, before me, sorry.
Okay. On this video, Mr. Lambert, your door opens up around the 51-second mark, okay?
Mhm.
The driver's side?
Fast forward to that 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the time on there, Mr. Lambert?
I see, on the very top.
Well, on the bottom, where the time, the minute is telling you.
Oh, do you mind replaying it? Sorry.
What time did you see the door open on the side?
Around 155, 55, 56.
5 seconds. So there's a 4-second difference there. But you're saying you have to catch up to him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what, were you just standing there for the 4 seconds?
No, ma'am.
But you testified that you were running off because you were afraid for your life, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So were you in front of Robert or you were behind Robert?
I was behind him.
Behind him.
Yes.
So where, do you see where I'm confused?
Yes.
There's a 4 second delay before his door even opens. You're already out of the car for 4 seconds. Are you standing there at the vehicle or are you running?
No, what I recall is after I had exited out the vehicle, I said I had felt, lightheaded, dizzy, and I went towards the back of the vehicle. And then that's when we had went towards the driver's side. That's when I had went towards the driver's
So you stood there for about 4 seconds until he eventually gets out of the car.
side. No, I don't remember standing there for
I mean,
4
is it
seconds.
Like you took off running and he opens the door 4 seconds later and he ends up behind you?
No, this is what I recall, he was in front of me.
So once you guys get out and you start running, earlier you testified, you made a phone call.
Yes.
Who did you call?
I had called my sister.
Did Robert have a phone on him?
Uh, is that I'm aware of, yes, but whenever, as the pictures that I have seen, his phone was in the vehicle.
Okay. So then, did Robert have a phone on him?
After, I said from the pictures that I've seen, once I,
So Mr. Love, the
No.
answer is no. He did
No.
not have a phone on him,
No.
correct? Okay. So you are the only person in that vehicle that had a phone on them after the accident.
yes, ma'am,
And who did you choose to call first?
my sister.
Not 911?
No, because I was telling Robert to call 911, but at the time I did not know that he didn't have a cell phone.
And you testified earlier that he was trying to take your phone. Could that have been to call 911?
I'm gonna object as to that speculation, Judge.
All right. With regards to speculation, that will be sustained if you want to rephrase your question.
How long did you talk to your sister for?
Uh, I'm not too sure. It felt pretty quick
What did you call her for?
to see if if she could pick me up.
And at no point did you think to call 911?
No,
You guys were just being shot at. You were the victim. Why didn't you call 911?
as how I said earlier, my thing was I was scared of the gunshots, and how I had said earlier was my mom had gone, she was murdered, so I was trying to get away from the situation.
Who did you call after your sister?
My dad.
And what did you talk to your dad about?
I said, hey, we just crashed. Where are you at? And he was just like, well, I'm in Florida. I believe it was in Florida he was in. And he was like, well, where are you at? And I was like, I don't know.
You didn't know where you were at.
No, I don't come to downtown that often. It's very, very rare. So I don't even know my way around here. Every single time I come here, I have to use GPS.
And were you communicating with Robert at all, or where is Robert at this point?
So when I had caught up to him, that's when I had told him that he should call 911. From there, he's trying to take my phone, and I'm just like, bro. And he was just like, we gotta go, like learn this and that. And we, since he was trying to grab my phone, plus I pushed him away, but kind of showed him, and I separated myself from him, ran off. I don't know where he went.
Earlier you testified you guys are friends.
Yes.
Do you normally care about your friends?
Yes.
So why are you trying to get rid of Robert after you guys had just been shot at and in this terrible accident?
I don't know.
Cause you didn't check on him either, correct?
No.
You were just worried about yourself.
Yes.
Who ended up picking you up?
It was my brother.
And why were you trying to get out of there so quickly?
This is how I stated. I didn't know if, you know, if if they were gonna come back and shoot again.
Do you know if they came back?
No, ma'am.
But you wanted to get out of there in case they came back.
Yes,
Correct.
ma'am.
124?
One,
4418.
back.
No, that would do it.
Well,
Can't be. Okay. Well, maybe.
that's it.
So 124.18 back. Okay. Okay, all yours. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Lurma, this is the back view. You guys have already ran off. Do you see this vehicle coming?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you able to see what kind of vehicle that was?
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, I can go back. Ooh,
Go, pause it, and you drag
Sorry.
it.
can you see it right there?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that look like?
Kind of looks like the same car.
Looks like the FJ, doesn't it? Looks like a silver FJ. Correct?
I can't see the color code.
Okay.
And it's like it.
Does that make you glad that you got out of there?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to talk to you about your phone calls and how you found out about the tragedy of Mr. Lee. How did you find out that someone had been, pedestrian?
So my dad is a truck driver, so he's always looking at the news. I had got a call. I had got a call saying like, hey, turn on the TV. So then I was like, okay. So then I kind of was there and he was just like, did you know? And I was like, no, what? And he was just like, are you looking? I was like, yes. And then that's whenever they were saying that it was that someone got struck. I believe that's what the word something saying someone got struck or Tesla struck or something like that.
That's the first time that you heard of it.
Yes, ma'am.
My uncle's a truck driver, but I don't know what that entails. What I would think is he's constantly driving trucks. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So how is he watching the news?
He has like an app, I guess, on their phone. So it's not only my dad that goes, it's usually my stepmom that goes with him as well.
Okay, so in there watching TV while he's driving it.
No, no.
How are they watching it?
They had pulled, no, I'm not too sure. I mean, I wasn't there with them, so I mean, I'm not too sure. They just called me and they're like, hey, did you see this? And I was just like, what? And then that's when they were like, did you know? And I was like, no, what? And he was like, yeah, to be honest, I was like, yes. And then that's when I was seeing the report.
Have you only talked to your dad? Because you called him, called your sister, and then you called your dad.
Yeah, from my sister and my dad.
And did you talk to your dad anymore that evening?
I I think I stayed on the phone with him until I think a little bit. I think it was a little bit after. I think it's after I got picked up. We hung up, I believe.
And then he called you the next morning.
And then he called me that I'm guessing that morning, since it was already, yeah.
You know how long you spoke to him before you hung up?
No, ma'am, I do not.
But you ended the conversation at some point, and then there's no communication between you guys until he calls you?
That I recall, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it true that after you hung up initially, about like an hour and 15-minute conversation, does that sound right?
Uh, if that's what's on there, that's, yes, it's so.
And then you actually have about 12 more phone calls with your dad that morning. Does that sound right?
I don't recall.
You know,
I don't remember, to be honest.
do you call your dad frequently on a normal basis?
Um, yes,
How often?
I would say anywhere from, I mean, one to like probably one to like 4 times a day, somewhere around there.
So 12 would be excessive?
Yes. I would say.
Mr. Lerma, would seeing your phone records refresh your memory of your phone calls?
I'm sorry, what was it?
Would seeing your phone records
Mhm.
refresh your memory of the phone calls you made that evening?
Yeah.
Would it?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I don't recall if that's
Okay,
what's,
let me know.
yes.
The transcript.
Yes. And can I have both parties approach, please?
Sure.
Thanks. All right, defense, you may proceed.
Judge, if I could just have 1 second to review the exhibit.
Mr. Lurma, I'm gonna hand you what's marked as Defense Exhibit A.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a copy of your phone records, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit back down with my copy.
Yes, ma'am.
This page number here is what I'm gonna use to direct you,
Okay.
okay? If you can look through that.
Okay, Ms. Ryan. So if you can flip through there. To page 4.
Yes.
Okay. And you see on the very left side, it has numbers going down. It says item, at the very top, it says item 58.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you go down to the bottom of the page. To item 73, 74, 75, 76. Do you see those?
You said on page 4?
Yes, that's correct.
On mine, it's shows 43, 44.
Hmm.
Just
We make sure we have the same page 4. Let me see. These like the numbers. Sorry, let me see. Great. This is. Okay, there we go. Now we're back on track here. Give me just a second, Mr. Lau.
Yes.
We have a break real quick. We just gotta find. Match
Sure.
up the records.
All right, everyone, if you'll give us 5 minutes. Everyone, please rise for the jurors and please remember the court's previous instruction.
Prayer from the scene.
All right, everyone, please be seated. And defense, I believe it's still your witness. You may proceed. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Lima, we're on our. I apologize. Now I'm gonna have you look at page 4 with me. I'm gonna point it out before I go and sit back down, okay? Page 4. Okay, this is the time here, but see these numbers here, 73, 74. Okay, and then when we get to this side, we're gonna continue, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Lambert, do you see line number 73 on there?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you look over, you recognize the numbers.
I see mine and I see where it has the other number, yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
No, yeah, I see the second number there.
And whose number is that?
I believe that one was. I believe that one was my dad, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, he's changed phone numbers, so I don't know the old one.
Okay. Do you see on the documents, the records? The time. Back up there. It's like- Okay, right here, line 73.
Yes,
This is, what's the date?
3/25/23.
Okay, so March 25th to 2023, correct?
Yes.
This time here
Mhm.
is in UTC time. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
in order to, are you familiar with UTC time?
No.
Okay. Would it surprise you if I told you that UTC time, you'd have to subtract
Judge,
5 hours from that?
I'm gonna object to that. Does not have personal knowledge of the conversion, and I'm gonna object to counsel testifying as well.
Sustained.
Okay. This here,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna have you follow along starting here, okay?
Okay.
Do you recognize this phone number?
This one here?
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Okay, whose phone number is that?
That one is my dad's.
Okay. And what number was on line 73?
73. I'm guessing that one would be. You said -5, right? So I guess that
No,
would. Oh, sorry.
I'm just asking about the number,
Yes.
the phone number you called
You
there.
want me to state number or something?
No, do you recognize that number?
Um. Right now, I do not know.
No, okay. Who's calling
Mhm.
here?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Lama,
Yes, ma'am.
earlier you had testified that you had called your sister first, correct?
Yes.
Is it possible that number right there is your sister's phone number?
Yes, it is possible.
Okay. And in that column that I had just pointed out to you, it's labeled ET.
Yes, ma'am.
Under the, that is the duration of the phone call. How long did you talk to your sister?
Judge, I'm gonna object to the witness reading from something that's not in evidence.
Sustained.
Okay, Mr. Lerma, if you could refresh your memory,
Yes, ma'am.
about how long your conversation was, and then let us know.
To me, when I had called her, it felt quick to me.
And then you called your dad next?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you remember how long you spoke with your dad after you spoke with your sister?
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Do you remember how long your conversation was with your dad?
No, I just know it was, I know I was on the phone with him for quite some time.
Okay. Would it help your memory if you refer to the document in front of you to remember how long the conversation was?
Yes.
So you
Mr. Lemon, let's call him here.
Mhm.
Let's call him in conversations. Okay. So this will be.
Judge, I'm just gonna object to
Sorry, you want me,
speaking to the witness,
Okay,
not on the
Mr. Lemon,
record.
this is the column that I'm referring to.
Yes.
All right, so that
Okay.
objection will be sustained.
And I'm
This
gonna
is what I'm
object to
asking.
explaining the exhibit to the witness if he has if he does not have personal knowledge.
All right, and your objection?
That excuse me, my legal objection is reading or referencing, well, conferring with the witness, not on the record, and explaining a document to which the witness does not have personal knowledge of.
All right, that objection will be sustained.
Okay, Mr. After you talked to your dad for a good amount of time,
Yes, ma'am.
would it surprise you? Later on, the next page of your phone records. Would it surprise you that you made 12 more phone calls to your dad that evening? Or that morning, I apologize.
Yes, because I don't recall the phone calls.
Would it surprise you that you made 9 phone calls before you called 911 or the number?
Yes, because I don't remember that many calls.
Then we'll have to witness that.
State,
Judge, at this time, I'm just gonna, no further questions.
all right, is this witness excused or subject to recall?
Recall, Judge.
All right, the rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anyone until this trial has concluded. If we call you back, we'll make sure your attorney is here with you, okay?
Yes.
All right, you may step down. If you'll leave the silver microphone.
Yes. You want to leave this?
I'll take those. All right, state, call your next witness.
One moment, Judge.
Right, sure.
Judge will be calling Miss Jennifer Aruzawa to the stand.
All right, thank you.
Let's.
If you could raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. There's a silver microphone up there, square. If you'll put it somewhere in your shirt, it's for the court reporter to hear. And if you'll state your name and spell your last name for the court reporter, please.
It's Jennifer, last name is Arauza.
All right, state you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
That's
So I butchered your name pretty badly calling you in here. How do you say your last name?
Also,
Oh, is that, can I call you Jennifer?
yes. that's
Okay. So Jennifer, what is your current occupation?
I work for the San Antonio Police Department, civilian, I'm a service agent,
Oh, okay.
so I work at the front desk.
Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit. You said you're a civilian, right?
Yes,
So you're not law enforcement?
no,
You're not licensed by
no,
okay, so no law enforcement powers whatsoever.
right.
Okay.
Your Honor, let me interrupt real quick. Judge, don't we approach?
Yes.
Thank you. So I think our last question was you're a civilian with the San Antonio Police
That's
Department.
correct.
Okay. And you said you're a service agent?
Yes, a police service.
Okay, what does a service agent do for the San Antonio Police
Customer
Department?
service, so it's whoever walks in, I assist them, and then we assist with the officers, whatever they need.
Kind of like the front desk, basically?
Yes,
Okay. So how long have you been doing that?
it's gonna be 14 years in July.
Do you like what you do?
Yes,
You seen a lot of stuff come in?
yes.
I guess.
Yes.
So let me ask you, where are you a service agent at? Like which station?
Central Substation, but I
Okay.
transfer to the headquarters at night.
And that would be the one over on Frio?
515 South Frio, that's correct.
That's the downtown sub or the Frio sub?
That's the one I was working at, now I'm at headquarters at 315 South Santa Rosa.
Oh, I see. Well, congratulations to you. So let me ask you, Jennifer, were you working at the Frio sub on March 27, 2023?
Yes,
Okay. Did a person that would later be identified to you as Robert Castillo approach you?
yes.
Okay, tell me about that encounter. What happened?
So, the March 27th, around about 6:15, he walks in, I get to walk in.
And let me clarify,
Mhm.
is it 6:15 a.m. or p.m.?
PM.
So
I'm
it's
sorry about that.
6:15 at night.
Yes,
Okay, keep going.
so he walks in, and I asked him how I can help you. He says, I'm wanted. And I said, wanted, and he goes, well, my car was, in that the Blue Star accident.
Okay. And you said, if I can just stop you real quick, you said, this is what he said.
Yes,
Do you reckon, and this person, is he, like pronouns are bad. What was the name to this person?
Robert Castillo.
Okay. Would you recognize Robert Castillo if you saw him in the courtroom today?
Yes,
Okay. Can you point him out for the jury?
it's right over there.
Okay. Can you describe what he's wearing right now?
You mean the suit?
Yeah.
Or was he wearing that day
Or
or
no, it's, like right now at this very moment in the courtroom, what is he wearing?
the suit, the blue suit, navy
Okay.
suit?
Does let the record reflect that the witness identified the defendant? Okay. All right. So he said that he was involved in that accident at Blue Star.
That's
Did you ask him any questions?
I asked him, so do you have a warrant or what happened? He said, well, I was in an accident, I got the scene, and I go, oh no, and then I asked him, I'm sorry, pick that up. I asked him, did you leave the scene? And he said, yes. And I said, go ahead and have a seat. Well, I took his driver's license, I told him to have a seat, and then I called traffic investigations for
So when-
detective.
So when you asked Robert Castillo if he left the scene of the accident, his answer was,
Yes,
okay. What did you do next?
I asked for his driver's license, and then I asked him to have a seat. And then
Okay.
I contacted, traffic investigations.
Okay. And did anyone from traffic investigations arrive?
Detective did, yes.
Okay. And after that, since you're not in law enforcement, that's the end of
That
your
was the end
interaction.
of my business.
Okay.
And that was,
Yes. One more, please. Okay. And Judge, we'll pass the witness.
Mr. Ruza, my name's David McLean. I represent Robert Castillo. If for whatever reason you don't understand a question that I asked you, please let me know. I'm happy to repeat it and try and get it right.
Okay,
You answer a question of mine, can I assume that you understood it?
yes,
All right, you said that Mr. Castillo walked into the police substation, correct?
that's correct.
He voluntarily walked in and surrendered
Yes.
himself, correct?
That's correct.
And what day was this?
March 23rd
March,
or 27th of 2023,
March 27th of 2023. Okay, and it was about 6:15 at night.
6:15 PM.
Did he come in by himself?
No, he was with two females.
Okay, and when you asked him whether he left the scene, was anybody else present?
No, he was standing by himself.
Okay, no other police officers around?
No, it was just me.
Okay. Did you know when you asked him that, you were asking him to admit to a crime?
No,
Why'd you ask that question?
I'd always ask if it's an accident and for you to come and turn yourself in, or most likely you left the scene. So that's why I asked.
So most likely they left the scene, but you asked the question anyways.
Yes,
Did you read him his rights?
no,
Did you have anybody else read him his rights?
I created a key card for an officer to come in, and after that I was done.
Do you think it would have been important for Robert to know that he was admitting to a crime when you asked him that question?
Judge, I'm gonna object to that. That calls for speculation and calls for a legal opinion from the witness.
Why didn't you have somebody come and read him his rights?
I called for an officer to come in. I don't have an officer at the substation. I created a key card and I contact traffic investigations, and then they showed up. And then the officer showed up to transport him. That's all. That was it.
Did he say anything else?
No,
Did he ask for his lawyer?
no, not to me.
Did he later?
I don't know.
Okay. That's witness.
No questions, Judge. We ask that the witness be excused.
Yes, Judge.
All right, the rule has been revoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anyone until this case is concluded. Okay, all right, thank you. My state, any more witnesses for today?
Not for today, Judge.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have you all come back tomorrow. And tomorrow we're gonna start at 1:30. Okay? All right, remember.
1:30?
Yes, 1:30, 1:30 PM. Okay, all right, everybody. I like when people ask that because
I have to reiterate.
Yes.
I don't be.
1-3-0.
Okay.
All right.
1:00, I'll be here.
All right. So please remember my previous instructions. Do not think about this case outside the courtroom. Do not discuss what you've heard with anyone. Do not view anything. Do not do any research. Everything that you need to know about this case is to come from inside the courtroom. And any thoughts about this case is to happen when you're sitting in the box, unless I tell you otherwise. Does everyone understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, everyone. Please write for the jurors.